Miller's with me, the Executive Director of Aspen Digital. We've talked to Vivian before, and for good reason. She's the former global chair, I should say, of news at Twitter. Good to see you. Thank you. Very grateful. Now, look, it's really simple, this. He's done this, and no one knows why.
Well, look, a single individual owns one of the most important, powerful platforms on Earth. He gets to make the decisions, and his decisions, as erratic as they are his alone to make. Sort of speaks to a broader problem about tech platforms, but yeah, erratic is certainly putting it mildly.
Now, would you have a different view of, say, Jeff Bezos and the Washington Post? This is hypothetical, and this is not a slur against Mr. Bezos in any way. What I'm saying is the proprietor who owns the distribution can basically decide what to do and how to do it. Why is it different with Musk?
Because of his behavior. If Elon Musk was calling up the editor-in-chief of the Washington Post and spiking stories and trying to direct coverage, I would have the same complaint. But Elon Musk is making irrational decisions that seem rooted mostly on who he doesn't like. And furthermore, Twitter is a more global, more powerful platform, I'm sorry to say, than any individual newspaper, although possibly not for much longer.
What do you want anybody to do about this? There's no board, there's no oversight. There are regulators up to a point, but not really in this case. So there's no investors, there's no shareholders. I mean, the man is prosecutor, defense, judge, jury, executioner. What do you want to be done about it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there are investors, keep in mind. I think there are investors, and well, you're more expert than I on this, but watch the risks to Tesla. I think there's very little anybody can do about it. I suppose, advertisers who are already fleeing Twitter could continue to flee. Maybe that would put some pressure on him. Maybe it wouldn't. Yeah, regulation only to a point. Certainly in the United States, the First Amendment protects Elon Musk's decisions on his own platform. We may not agree with it. We may not agree with them, but the First Amendment protects them. He can ban whoever he wants. So it's for many of us who really have relied on Twitter in so many ways, it's incredibly frustrating and disheartening. It's such an important platform.
And I think that's sort of the point. We don't want to be sort of philosophical and esoteric here. The reality is Twitter is a major means of communication. One man now owns it, and he's being capricious and mendacious in the way he exercises his power. But there's no obvious solution.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned in the lead-in, that the European Commission has a different view. We'll see what happens. There's a consent decree in the United States. So there's some concerns there, but there's not a First Amendment issue.